Jurors who found Eddie Ray Ralph guilty in the American Sniper murder trial are talking about their unanimous verdict. They say they did not buy Ralph's PTSD claim, and they felt he knew killing Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield was wrong. A group of jurors spoke on Good Morning America. That interview was posted online.
When I say there's a pattern that we saw, it was, he would get intoxicated, get in trouble, and then the police would show up and he would say, I'm a veteran, I have PTSD, I'm insane. And every time something bad happened, he pulled that card.
Kyle's widow, Taya, was not in the courtroom for last night's guilty verdict. She did not speak to reporters afterwards, but she did post this message on Facebook today saying, God bless the jury and the good people of Stephenville, Texas. Fox 4's Phil Alvarado joins us from Stephenville with our first listen to some of the testimony from the last 2.5 weeks. Phil.
Clarice, this trial has consumed the town of Stephenville for 3 weeks, and there's quite a sense of relief here, particularly here at the courthouse. Also, as you say, we're able to bring you audio from the trial, especially some of the tape-recorded confession.
We, the jury, find the defendant Eddie Ray Ralph guilty of the felony offense of capital murder as charged.
Eddie Ray Ralph is going to a world he cannot escape. Those were the parting words from Chad Littlefield's father during the victim's statement.
Mr. Ralph, if you'll please stand.
The state didn't go for the death penalty, so it's an automatic life sentence with no chance of parole. Chris Kyle's wife, Taya, was not in the courtroom for the verdict. She listened to every second of testimony until she'd heard enough from the defense in closing arguments. Upset, she left and didn't return. She was the first to testify in the trial. Prosecutors presented the jury with an unrelenting case that Ralph knew what he was doing was wrong when he gunned down Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield, shooting them in the back at the Rough Creek gun range.
I told her I had to kill a man today. It wasn't a want to or a need. It was a need. I had to get out of that situation I was in today.
That's part of a recorded confession after his arrest. Before his arrest, Ralph led police in a chase in Chris Kyle's pickup, which he stole along with Kyle's 9mm pistol with the Navy insignia. After the killings, he stopped for 2 bean burritos at Taco Bell, and he went to his uncle and then his sister to brag about his new truck.
So I looked him in his eyes and I told him, I love you, but I hate your demons. And for a moment, he was my little baby brother, and he looked at me in his eyes, and I could tell he needed me, but it was like it switched back so fast that he became this person I didn't know anymore.
Prosecutors showed how Ralph suffered from a marijuana-induced psychosis. A psychiatrist for the defense said no, Ralph was insane with schizophrenia. The defense tried to gain ground from a text sent to Littlefield while they were driving with Ralph to the gun range. The text said, "This dude is straight up nuts." Prosecutors explained Ralph had been smoking pot and drinking whiskey the morning before he went with Chris Kyle. In closing arguments, prosecutor Jane Starnes told the jury,
You know that it's not an accident, it's not a mistake, it's not reckless to shoot Chris Kyle 6 times.
The Erath County Sheriff's Department eager to get rid of Eddie Ray Ralph. Not clear yet exactly which prison unit he'll be going to. In Stephenville, Phil Alvarado, Fox 4 News.